Hi guys, it's Friday and the soaps did not disappoint. Okay, I'm starting with Y&R because, as I've said before, in my area I get Y&R first and then Bold. So here we go. Um, all right. So to catch all my new viewers possibly up, or to let you know what's going on, Chelsea and Adam have a one-night stand. And so I talked about it a little bit about how differently men and women process affairs. Um, Women have a lot of guilt and they want to talk about it, but then some of them shut down and, kind of hold it. And then when it comes out, everything comes out, or they want to talk about it immediately and they apologize. And sometimes when they're talking, they talk so much they don't make sense. But okay, so Chelsea and Billy. Well, Chelsea was in the park, and apparently she's feeling a lot of guilt still from it, right? So she just so happened she started. They acted like she was talking to herself, you and saying in her own head, "You have to tell them the truth. You can't live like this," that kind of stuff. And so Billy just happened to walk up and she says, "I'm so sorry, Billy. I'm so sorry." And at first you're all excited because excited in the way of she's going to tell him and they're going to resolve it or whatever. No, not how it happens. Because, which I don't know, I, I'm starting to think that there are certain lines that come from cheater handbooks or something because it's, well, you're so good to me. I don't deserve you. Classic. Um, they feel guilty, so they put it on you, but it's like a it's like a weird misplaced compliment. It's just weird, and you don't know what it's like until you've had it happen to you. But let me just say it's odd because I think everybody can relate to when you've been in a relationship for a while, say a couple years, like 2 to 3 years. Okay, you've been in a relationship, so you pretty much know how your partner reacts to most things, right? And say that they're really either really quiet and they start getting really talkative, or they're really quiet for the most part, or they're really talkative and then they start shutting down. You just realize different things. And then, from a female perspective, if you talk to a guy and say you suspect he's cheating on you or something, it doesn't have to be cheating, but you just know there's something not right. Okay, so then you confront the person and they say, "Oh no, it's nothing. I've been really busy with work," or they get extremely defensive when you ask them a basic question like, "What did you do today? How was your day?" Generic, right? And they're, "Why do you want to know? Why are you so inquisitive all of a sudden?" That's what I'm talking about. So when you hear it, you know there's something wrong. But because we're in soap land, it's going to be a denial, 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 and then Billy is just going to accept whatever she tells him because he thinks he's being supportive of her in her time of need with Connor and the whole situation. So it's going to make me want to pull my hair out, but that's how it's going to go. Um, okay. So I was not happy with that because at first I was like, okay, she's going to tell him. Then I realized when she wasn't going to tell him, and I was like screaming at the TV, why aren't you telling him? You okay. So then story number two is Claire. Okay, Claire and Kyle. I like this storyline actually because Claire was written as the underdog. So as the underdog, you root for them. You see them going through the struggle, so you want everything to work out for them. That's how it goes, right? So she likes Kyle more than she's letting on and this was kind of a sentimental um, scene between mother and daughter because she says, well, it's kind of embarrassing, but I've never been in a relationship. So when Victoria, her mother's asking her, well, how do you feel about Kyle? What's going on? She can't answer her in the way that you normally would. Like most people, if you say, do you like this person or whatever verbiage you're going to use, they can say, oh, yeah, I like him because, he makes me feel special. I feel nice when I'm around him. I feel peaceful, all the things. And she's like, well, I don't know because I've never experienced that before. So, okay. So there's that. But then through talking, Victoria realizes that it may be more than just she likes him because she said, when I look into his eyes, I feel something. And she couldn't verbalize it, but we all know what that is. So, yeah. So, like I said before in a previous video, um, they're going to be in Paris if they go to the actual location, which seems like they are because everybody needs passports. So that means you're going to travel internationally. It would be really cool to see a love story that starts in Paris. I'm just saying. Okay. So there's that. Then we have the Sharon situation where people are saying that she's been acting weird and all this stuff. Okay. Yes and no. The reason I say that is because I don't know see, I didn't even know she had meds, so I didn't know that part. But if you take that out of it, then let's see. Well, I kind of had the same reaction she did because I said when they were using Phyllis a lot and having Phyllis talk to Faith about relationships and whatever, I said that's not really her place because she's not actually her parent. And I also said, which is another separate thing, but why is your why are your feelings or whatever attached to how an 18-year-old feels about you? That's just odd. I don't know. I don't know because at my age, which is 40s, okay, I really don't care what most people think about what I do, really. And it's not that, I've heard a lot about when you get to a certain age, you just don't care. It's not true. It's that you care, but to minimizing degrees. And whatever someone thinks about you doesn't ruin your whole day. You don't sit around and stew and go, I wonder why he doesn't like me or she doesn't like me or whatever. There comes a time when you say there are too many fish in the sea to worry about that one. So that's just how I think about it. But also that moment that I just described, you can have it at any age. It doesn't have to be a certain age. So yeah. Okay. And then also, so Phyllis is on some kind of path to prove that Sharon is not herself, whatever. But that didn't work out because you know what? That's not true. It's not true in this situation. So, Okay. And then we have, let's see, what else is going on? Well, yeah, it's just that Claire decided to go to Paris, so, which I kind of figured she would. I mean, I said, why not? Oh, and then we had the summer and chance moment for about, I don't know, one scene, maybe. And it was just, I don't know. They're a good couple. I'm not gonna say anything about that. But the fact that someone needs to be told that she just needs to relax and like not worry so much about everything is I don't know. I just there are times when I want to jump through the TV screen, take her in my hands, and shake her and say, "It's not about you, girl. It's about your kid. It's no longer about you and Kyle and your relationship. It's it's about your relationship and so far as you can be good parents to Harrison, not you. And besides, you have somebody else already. So why do you care what he does?" So yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. I cannot be invested in Summer. I just I can't. I tried, but I can't. All right, I guess.